18 years. I've had a plethora of roles, from scholars to a whole bunch of things. One of the rewarding roles that I've had is being a learning director at our Brooklyn Achievement Center. We came on day. So in this, I've had the privilege to support some incredible scholars, and I would now like to introduce two of those scholars who will be joining me as MCs this evening. And please welcome Antonio Malik and Jasmine Howard.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Howard.
Hola, me llamo Antonio Malik. Hi, my name is Antonio Malik, and we are 7th grade scholars at Brooklyn Achievement Center.
Whoa, I didn't know we were doing the show in Spanish.
Of course, I'm taking Spanish at school, so I guess I'm just getting a little practice in.
Okay, y'all, so thank you both for joining me up on stage this evening. How are you feeling about being on stage?
Well, this crowd is a little smaller than the one I'm used to.
Really? What crowd is that?
I'm a part of the Mystic Mayhems. It is a youth dance team that performs at all of the Washington Mystic basketball team games. Dancing has always came to me easy since I was born. When the team held tryouts, one of my teachers encouraged me to move. Making the team is one of my biggest accomplishments. We got to perform at once at the Capitol Arena, right across the street from here, actually. And I was so nervous I almost passed out. It felt like an hour, even though it was only a couple of minutes, but now I'm much more confident and I really love it.
Antonio, that's a very impressive extracurricular. And Jasmine, I know you also have a lot going on outside too.
That's right, I have a lot I'm interested in. Drawing, singing, and dance are some of my hobbies. I'm also on the debate team and the archery club. Last year, I got to participate in competitions against other middle schools. I had so much fun, and the best part is I got a bullseye. But one thing I really enjoyed recently was the 3-week STEM program I attended this summer at Howard University. We practiced design thinking and learned about robotics. We even got to make a commercial about healthy food in the school. I think I'd like to continue to do something with robotics in high school and college.
Y'all out here doing some incredible things. So I can't wait to see you both continue your passions and grow as leaders in school and at center. So we've been in higher achievement. So what have been some moments that have stood out for you so far?
Last year we had a basketball tournament at Center and everyone got involved. And I volunteered to keep score and it was so much fun. Higher achievement has also helped me get along with others, working problems and expressing myself.
Our journalism elective and higher achievement has really helped me with my writing skills and self-expression. We had all kinds of different prompts, and sometimes we would read articles to get inspiration for our writing. Last year, I wrote about DC events that happened inside and outside of my school. In photojournalism in particular, I'm really proud of the piece that I wrote on anti-bullying. Higher Achievements learning blocks have also helped me practice things we learned in school and earn scholar dollars to spend at the Scholar Store. Last year, I earned over 2,000 scholar dollars. Also do really enjoy our mentoring time. I have lots of fun with Miss Tatiana and it helps me with my homework.
Mentoring is also one of my favorite times at Higher Achievement. We learned a lot during the lessons. Last year we learned about Black history and leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. One day I hope to see my name on a list of Black female leaders in STEM.
I can't wait to see you up on that list. This year at Higher Achievement, you're getting to explore your interests even more and learn what high schools might be a best fit for you. What are you thinking about for your future?
good at dancing and drawing, so I'm thinking about applying to Duke Ellington. After attending Higher Achievements High School Fair, I'm also considering attending to Memory High School.
Since I want to be on that list of Black female leaders in STEM, I'm thinking about McKinley Tech.
Okay, so we got McKinley, Duke, and the Murray School, right? Okay, so I can't wait to see where you two go next. Because I know y'all gonna do some great things. So each year, Higher Achievement supports hundreds of 5th through 8th grade scholars across Alexandria, Virginia, DC, and Prince George's County, Maryland, as they develop into learners and leaders. We offer rigorous academic enrichment, caring adult mentors, homework help, fun electives, and high school and college trips. That's a lot, but we do it. By the end of their 8th grade year, our scholars graduate higher achievement in middle school with the confidence, tools, and opportunities to succeed in high school and beyond. Our next video features staff and alum who will share more about the impact of higher achievement and celebrate the journey of our amazing scholars as they move from middle school to high school and beyond.
The transition from 8th grade to high school can often be a very daunting time for someone. There is a lot of changes going on, not just internally, but externally also. You're meeting new teachers. You go from being the oldest in your school, oftentimes, to now you're the youngest. When you can best prepare middle schoolers to understand how to navigate those relationships, learn how to work effectively with others, learn how to take risks. When you feel supported and comfortable and confident, all of those skills are absolutely essential and have a direct correlation to success in high school.
In our field, they call this age group the middle forgotten, and we don't want to forget our middle school scholars. We want to make sure that there's a focus on them, and we want to make sure that before they get to that level and after they finish out elementary, they understand that this is an important time in their lives. We want to make sure that there's opportunity expanded to this age group.
And so what we do is try to instill the level of confidence to allow our scholars to advocate for themselves, to have self-efficacy and be able to create the path that they want for their success. We are literally preparing the leaders for tomorrow, our future presidents, doctors, teachers, lawyers. And so we want them to be in a space where they feel as though that it is achievable and it is possible and that they can contribute no matter what their age is.
In positive youth development, we know that young people are going to develop with or without the help of adults. And at Higher Achievement, we would like for them to develop with us. And they have the talents. We know that opportunity is what's the missing piece. And so at our centers, there's always going to be an opportunity for scholars to safely practice those things that help them find their strengths. There are a number of opportunities from 5th grade to 8th grade where scholars are going to learn about themselves, they're going to learn about the world around them. In 7th grade, they're learning about passion projects. In 8th grade, they're writing about their entire experience in middle school or their hopes for high school. I think the important thing is that they're not doing it alone, right? They know they're not doing it alone.
Our kids are just a wealth of knowledge, but they also are yearning to learn more. Our community creates that opportunity for them to just really see like the world is at their disposal.
What I love is seeing scholars grow into confident leaders. Oftentimes when a scholar begins the program, they're in 5th or 6th grade and they're the youngest at center, and they can tend to be a little shy, a little reserved, and they're learning about their surroundings. But by the time they graduate, or by the time they're in 8th grade, they are confident, they are bold, they are speaking up, they are advocating for themselves. So seeing this confidence really come to life throughout their time is what I think is probably the most special thing.
You see their confidence in their academics grow. You see them being able to speak up for themselves more. It is probably one of the hardest transitions when they leave in 8th grade, but they oftentimes also just carry the higher achievement spirit with them wherever they go. We are here for them no matter what, not just when you're in the program, but beyond that.
Hi, my name is Timani. I was a Higher Achievement Scholar at the Ward 7 Center from 2010 to 2013. Currently, I work as a development officer at the Southern Poverty Law Center here in Atlanta, working to dismantle systemic racism. So although I was only at Higher Achievement for 3 of my 23 years on this earth, I gained a lifetime worth of knowledge, mentorship, and confidence in my ability to take on the world. Being part of the Higher Achievement family meant that I had the opportunity to take control of my outcomes. No longer was I confined to the statistics and stereotypes that neglected my potential because of my zip code or my skin color. I was given the opportunity to show just how talented I was with the encouragement of my Higher Achievement family to be unapologetically ambitious. I was given opportunities to express myself at events like the Literary Love Poetry Contest. I was encouraged to advocate for myself and for others at community meetings. I was challenged with high-level schoolwork every summer academy, and I was even encouraged into acceptance into the #1 high school in the city, School Without Walls Senior High. Higher Achievement gave me the opportunity to embody what would have been otherwise unrealized potential. Even after middle school, I could depend on the knowledge, skills, and relationships I had developed at Higher Achievement to get me through high school, to get me through college, to get me through grad school, and by the work of Higher Achievement to pursue a career in law and public interest, consulting governments and nonprofits on how to best serve their communities. So my advice to you as the next leaders of this world is to know that you can be anything that you want in this life. Anything that you want. So as you move forward into this next chapter, think about how you want to make your mark on the world. Keep in mind that you are braver than you believe, smarter than you think, and stronger than you seem. And yes, I did get that from a card that my mom gave me, but I promise she was really sound advice, because if the sky was the limit, we wouldn't have rocket ships. So y'all better go crazy, and I really can't wait to see it.
Hi, my name is Devontae Coleman, and I am a 6th grade Higher Achievement Scholar. Is what I first had to say when I started in the summer program at the Greenbelt Higher Achievement Center. I thought that I was the smartest there and thought this would be a waste of time. After all, it was easy to get in with the simple interview and orientation. First day, we had to wear name tags to get to know everyone. I already knew a select few people from my elementary school. My name tag said D, and that was mainly because my first name couldn't fit on the name tags. We spent most of the day introducing ourselves and answering the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, and what steps do you plan on taking to get there? I finally started to pay attention and was delighted when I heard educated responses. At that time, I wanted to be a therapist. Other students already knew about the many different high schools, scholarships, colleges, degrees, and had planned out some pieces of their life already. This sole interaction changed the way I looked at Higher Achievement. When I got into the car to go home, my brother said, "Mom really got you doing summer school, although you have good grades?" In which I responded, "Well, if you think about it, since we aren't being forced to go to an educational place, this might give us something worthwhile." And as usual, I was right. Not only did Higher Achievement supply us with the tools necessary to further our education, but it gave us fun electives such as basketball and creative arts. We were pushed to think about our career choices, and they helped us realize that it's never too early to start earning scholarships. Spending a whole summer with kids your age are bound to build bonds, which Higher Achievement did not shy from, with daily relationship building activities and weekly field trips. Some of the most notable are MGM Grand Hotel, University of Maryland, and even NASA. When we made it to the after school center, we were greeted with mentors who volunteered to help us scholars thrive for the rest of our middle school experience. We also had study halls, which made sure we kept our grades up and our homework completed. Now, to make sure the center did not become stale, we were delighted with new electives such as dance, cooking, and digital art. We had 2 mentors, one for STEM and one for reading. For STEM, we made airplanes, rovers, and much more. For reading, we practiced writing, reading, and speeches, etc. To help with our public speaking, we presented this and had competitions for each presentation. Higher Achievement incentivized presentations for us, which led us doing our best in the end. The benefits of the program are amazing. During my first year, my mentor even took us, few of us, to a college basketball game with one of the best seats in the stadium. Sadly, our 6th grade year was cut short due to COVID. Hi, my name is Devontae Coleman, and I am a 7th grade higher achievement scholar, is what I first had to say on Zoom. With a brand new schedule, it was weird not being able to see our 8th graders on Zoom. Tuesdays we had homework and math, Thursdays we had mentoring. Higher Achievement tried its best to keep it interesting with games like Wheel of Fortune, Quizlet, and a number of other competitive games. But they understood that sometimes, after sitting in front of a computer, you just don't feel in the mood to engage. So sometimes we just chilled out to make sure that we would be ready for next time. During mentoring, we would read articles like I'm Not Jeremy Lin and other inspiring educational stories. Although being virtual was manageable, it wasn't better than summer school or after-school activity. COVID really turned the world upside down. Hi, my name is Devontae Coleman, and I'm an 8th grade higher achievement scholar, is what I first had to say when we were finally thrusted back into the after-school academy. But this time, we had to wear a cloth around our face. It was refreshing to see some old and new activities. It was even more refreshing to see my peers, whether it's old ones, and give it some time, I made new ones. Us 8th graders are expected to set a good example for the 7th and 6th graders since this is their first after-school year. And we are expected to apply for high schools that will better prepare us for our goals. We are the experts now. We, 8th graders, have been through higher achievement since the first year of center at Greenbelt. We know how to handle the pressure. We are looked at like leaders, the same way we looked at our 7th graders when we first started out. In a way, it all came around in a full circle. Higher achievement is a learning experience that not only developed our future, but shaped us into the people we are today. Whether you are a boy or a girl, many people with different backgrounds walked in here ready to leave, but walked out wanting to stay. Many different bonds and friendships were formed through this program, and many more will be soon to come. At Higher Achievement, we are a community full of love and joy, one that will be looked back on once we graduate. So after almost 3 years of being in Higher Achievement, soon I will finally say, hi, my name is Devontae Coleman, and I am a 9th grade Higher Achievement alumni.
Yes, you are.
Wow, I am excited for what I can say I'm a higher achievement alum. Yeah. I think Devontae might be here with us tonight. Let's give him a hand.
We've heard a lot about getting to high school, but what's next for Higher Achievement alumni? Please welcome to the stage our alum who can show us Higher Achievement's Board Chair, Mr. Lamont Gordon.
Wow, thank you, Jasmine and Antonio. By the way, you guys are killing it tonight, right? MCs? So it is great to be here this evening for this special celebration. As you know, pulling off an event like this takes a lot of work. So I want to acknowledge and thank the Higher Achievement Dream Team, Jessica, Janice, and Connor for all the long hours So I'm here tonight because of Higher Achievement. This program literally changed my life. I remember so clearly, like it was yesterday, I was a student at Lincoln Junior High School on 16th and Urban Street in Northwest DC. And someone comes and visits my classroom and talks about this program called Higher Achievement. And they talked about the academic enrichment, the activities and field trips, and it's probably the activities and field trips that most piqued my interest, but nevertheless, I wanted in. So I applied, I signed up. It was one of the best experiences of my life. For sure, the activities and field trips and talent shows were lots of fun, but Higher Achievement challenged me academically in a way that I'd never been challenged. In class, we'd have discussions and debates that helped me develop communication and critical thinking skills. Higher Achievement, like you, Antonio, helped me with my writing. I became a reader at Higher Achievement. And then when I was ready to apply to high school, the director came to me and said, there's this college prep boarding school in Massachusetts, and they're recruiting, and they have scholarship money, and we think you should apply, and we want to help you with that. But I'd never heard of a boarding school, right? The idea of being away from home for high school was completely foreign to me, and I'd never even been outside of DC. But by this point, I had developed close relationships with higher achievement staff, and they really had my back through some difficult experiences, and clearly they saw some potential in me that I didn't see in myself. So I trusted their judgment and their guidance. I applied, got accepted, got a full scholarship, and then, thank you. 14-year-old me boarded a Greyhound bus in downtown DC, and by the way, I took this trip on my own. It was terrifying, but was on my way to New England. And that put me on a path to become the first in my family to go to college. And that opened up a whole new world. That opened up a whole new world of possibilities that I never could have imagined without this program. So for me, but imagine this. What if higher achievement did not visit my school that day? Or what if I happened to be absent and missed the presentation? Or what if higher achievement didn't exist? I am absolutely clear that my life trajectory would have been very different without this program, and I would not have had all the amazing opportunities that I've had throughout my life. And so for me, the takeaway is higher achievement's tagline, which is talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. It is absolutely true that in the neighborhoods we serve in DC Metro, Baltimore, Richmond, and in Black and brown communities everywhere, young people are smart and talented and have so much potential, but unlike their more privileged peers, lack the opportunity and support to realize that potential. And that is why higher achievement exists, and that's why we need this program. And I am so proud to still be affiliated with higher achievement after so many years and to serve in the board of directors. One, because it allows me to give back to an organization that's given so much to me. And two, I'm able to support the organization as we endeavor to serve more students and to continue fighting for racial equity and justice and access and education. So, I want to thank all of you for your support as donors, as mentors, as teachers, because you understand the need, you get the mission, and you know how critical this work is, so thank you. I also want to thank my fellow board of directors, members of the board of directors, for your steadfast support of higher achievement and for being great champions and advocates for the mission. And then finally, to the scholars and the families, I feel a real special connection to the scholars because of our common experience as higher achievement scholars. And I want to encourage you to shoot for the stars in whatever you do and know that higher achievement will have your back like they had mine. So thank you. The mic to our Going Places event co-chairs who lead an incredible group of folks advocating for support for our mission. Please join me in welcoming George Vogelai and Melody Miller.
Wow, thank you, Lamont. And Antonio, it looks like there are a lot of people here to meet. So it's hard for me to handle this, but seriously. So Melly and I are really honored to share the stage tonight with esteemed scholars, Antonio and Jasmine, who've done such a fantastic job. So thank you guys for paving this. So since Higher Achievement was founded over 45 years ago, thousands of scholars have gone through this program and become leaders in their careers and in their communities. The relationships formed during the middle school years span decades and are foundational support for the young people in our region. The opportunities that we offer middle school students today are critical to supporting them as they grow into the next generation of leaders tomorrow. I am proud that Higher Achievement encourages scholars to dream big and not only dream big, but provide opportunities that in turn help them turn those dreams into success that build towards college and career success in the future. Higher Achievement's mission cannot be accomplished without the support of everyone here tonight. And I'd like to say a special thank you to the event committee who has helped us get the word out about the fantastic organization that is Higher Achievement. So if you would, committee members, please raise your hand so we can thank you.
all who made this program possible, including tonight's valedictorian sponsors. Bates White Economic Consulting. DLA Piper LLP. Eagle Bank. Rick and Diana England. And Ernst & Young. Our scholars are surrounded by an amazing community of supporters, staff, school partners, mentors, and so many more. But in particular, we are incredibly grateful for our scholars' families, the parents, grandparents, godparents, aunts, uncles, and siblings who lift up and advocate for our scholars. If you are a family member with your scholar here tonight, would you please stand so that we can recognize you? Especially thank our scholars who bring their talent and enthusiasm to center every day. If you are a scholar or an alum with us tonight, please raise your hand so that we can recognize you. I know you all are eager to get to the food, the drinks, the fun, so I'm going to invite Jasmine and Antonio back to the stage to wrap us up.
This evening, we'll have a fun activity to get to know others in Higher Achievement community. As you leave the theater, you'll be handed a passport booklet. At 7:30, you'll have 30 minutes to find 12 people that meet the criteria in your booklet and get them to sign your passport. You may be looking for a scholar who's on the honor roll or an event guest who's attended an HBCU.
It's a great way to mingle and meet others, and it wouldn't be a higher achievement event without a little competition. So, if you turn in your passport by 8, your completed passport by 8 p.m., you will be entered for a prize. To my fellow scholars, I hear that 3 $75 Visa gift cards are up for grabs. It's even better